Hey guys, Kills here. Just another quick video comparing two monsters. These are two beginner monsters that scale differently as the game progresses. So we're talking about the Water Garuda and Water Howl today. So these two are two fairly strong, fairly useful water healers that you can get early on in the game. They're both 2 stars and they both heal your team. Let's see, we'll start off with the Water Howl. So the Water Howl has three skills, 2 of them are heals. One's a single target heal with heal and cleanse. The other one's a group heal and single debuff cleanse. The Water Garuda has his basic first attack, which stuns, attack power buff, and free turn, and peace, which heals the whole team 15%, as well as removing all debuffs. Fully skilled, 3 turn cooldown. Fully skilled, 4 turn cooldown, 2 turn cooldown with the single target one, and 30% attack bar boost when you're attacking. So both of these guys are fairly evenly matched in terms of their healing ability and cleansing ability, and they're both water. So that's basically where the similarities stop for these guys. This guy has more HP, this guy has more balanced stats. The Water Howl and the Water Garuda are both fairly good healers. Most people recommend that beginners start off leveling a Water Garuda, which I find kind of strange. Konamiya is a very good late game when debuffs start stacking up, but his heal is only 15% at base, with 30% increase with skill ups. So 30% of 15% adds only about another 3.5%, 4.5%. So it makes it about 20% once skilled up every 3 turns. Whereas the Water Howl Lulu has 2 separate heals, 20% each, that rotate on a 2 turn cooldown, so you can heal, group heal, then heal again, which is quite useful when you're first starting out in this game. Much better than the single 3 turn cooldown heal for the whole group that the Water Garuda has, because you've got the same group heal but for 20% every 4 turns with the Water Howl. The only difference, Water Garuda scales much better later game, so after level 25 or so, most players probably start aiming to build up Konamiya, mostly because this piece here heals 15% but also removes all debuffs, and later in the game debuffs start stacking up. Early on in the game everyone only lives for like 3 or 4 turns per map, and that means that the debuffs don't stack up much, the debuffs don't mean that much, and also you've already got a debuff cleanser for the most part in the heal, the single target debuff to cleanse and 20% heal, and a group debuff cleanse of 1 debuff as well as a 20% heal in the Water Howl. Other than that, they're both pretty similar. For levels 1 to 25, Lulu is much better than Konamiya. After level 25, you can probably consider Konamiya as a good side healer, so the 15% heal is not going to be enough to be the sole healer, whereas Lulu in the early stages of the game, this can be a sole healer for an entire dungeon run and you'll be fine. Another good monster to talk about is the Light Garuda, who everyone gets at the start of the game. He's one of the 4 starting monsters in the game, and he's actually quite a good monster. His HP is not as skewed as Konamiya's, but his skills are mostly the same. So he's got the same onslaught, the same resurge, and he's got light of recovery, which is a 20% heal with a decreased cooldown if it doesn't revive anyone, 5 turn cooldown if it does revive someone. He's very good as well to use as a reviver and as a healer. But yeah, that's about it. Those are probably going to be the best 2-star monsters out of these categories, the Garudas and the Water Howls. I mean the Howls, because the Fire Howl, the Fire Garuda, the Wind Garuda and Wind Howl are pretty average. Okay, just doing a quick showcase of the units that I've talked about earlier in this video, and plus 1 new unit. So this 1 new unit is Shuma, who's our main DPS. He's a Hellhound, so like Seek, whoever knows about this one's a Dark Hellhound, so he's a natural 3-star. You can get him from the secret dungeon. He has a passive, increases the attack speed, and his second ability increases with his speed. So I'll just go do some basic 4-star runes I'll show you at the end. Our Light Garuda, which is our reviver. Water Howl, which is our main healer. Shannon, our buffer. Darian, our tank and damage reducer. And Shuma, our DPS for this dungeon. So dungeon B7, Light Garuda 17% leader skill for HP, and let's see how we go. Just to show off a basic B7 team so people can farm up high essences with some basic units for your first 4 stars and 5 stars that you end up getting, or even to start farming for fusion material and fusion essences. So we've got a pretty decent damager. I'll show you his runes later. He looks like he's pretty powerful, but he's just got normal 4-star runes on my Shuma. You just gotta build him well, put him in the right situations, and he'll do okay. And our water healer and our reviver are chugging along. No, everyone's topped up, everyone's full health. So far so good. Alright, they're gonna focus on the Lulu now, because he's got the defense debuff. And hopefully he can heal himself before he dies. Or our Garuda can help him. Let's see how we go. Oh, because he's a healer, he's built fairly tanky. HP, runes, defense runes, that's about it. You don't have to worry about anything else. And our Lulu just dropped dead. Luckily we brought a reviver and see how he goes. Oh, nope, that's not happening. This is not a good fight for our Lulu. And we'll see how we go. Hopefully he gets a chance to revive. Or not. Revive, revive, no! I need to revive our Lulu. So he can come back and heal our Shuma. Alright, Shuma needs to get healed. And there we go. He's finally topped up. And we're good to go. His AI is not the best, so sometimes he heals himself. But irregardless, he heals so often that it makes no difference. He can keep himself topped up and someone else topped up at the same time, for the most part, as long as he's getting a few turns. With the amount that he can heal, it's not a real deal. Not a real big deal. And here we go. It's always good to have a reviver in case anything screws up. And with revivers and healers, you always want to make them as tanky as possible so that they're less likely to die. Unfortunately, my Lulu got focused, which is why it's always good to have that secondary monster. 2 healers, or 1 healer and 1 reviver, both on separate monsters, so if one gets focused, the other will save them, whether it's a revive or through heals. And there you have it, quick showcase of the 2 and the synergy they have. Okay, quick look at my monsters. Alright, so the 3 monsters I need to show you guys were like Garuda. So he's got speed, HP, HP. It'd probably be better if you got swift energy instead and then have a HP here, but I just found 1 map, so that's all the same to me. Energy, 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 HP, HP, defense. And Shuma, who was probably the star of that dungeon, he killed basically everything himself. Fatal 4-star, Fatal, Blade 4-star, Fatal 4-star, Fatal 3-star, Blade 4-star. That's it. 700 bonus attack, 45% crit rate, nothing special, what you can get from normal Fatal runes. But does a fair bit of damage. I'm probably going to 6-star him and see how he goes. It's fairly strong already. And that's the final stats on my Lulu. 12,000 HP. 17,000. Alright, thanks guys.